once again, my fellow Star Trek fans. I'd like to welcome you to another video, and today's topic will be about Star Trek. Nope, not the original series. We're going to be talking about Star Trek, The Next Generation. And today's subject won't be this majestic, graceful, beautiful lady. We're going to be doing about, the video is going to be dedicated to one of her distant cousins. We're going to be doing the Enterprise NCC-1701-D, the Galaxy-class starship. And I'm going to be showing you guys the Eaglemoss. This is the XL version. Now, when it comes to that ship, you guys may or may not know that they did a signature series from Master Replicas. And I actually purchased the William Shatner signed gold U.S.S. Enterprise. And, you know, you could check out that video if you want. I love it. Matter of fact, I've got two of them. One is the signature series, and one is just the regular XL Gold. I also have the XL Gold Enterprise D. Well, anyway, the signature series also had Andrew Probert with his signature. And if you don't know who he is, he's the creator of the Enterprise D. Well, when it comes to the availability of that, I didn't realize that was out, and I had already purchased the Enterprise D in the XL version, and I had wanted to do a comparison against the gold. And to make a long story short, I tried to cancel the order and then reorder the D with the signature from Andrew Probert, but I wasn't able to because they had said that would have messed up the numbers. So I wasn't able to get the Andrew Probert signed Enterprise, and I guess the difference in the pricing was only $1 or $2. It really wasn't that much. But anyway, without further ado, my friends, why don't we go over to the desk where there's more light, there's more room, and I'll show you guys the U.S.S. Enterprise NCC-1701-D XL from Eaglemoss. Okay, so we open up the package, and let's get the Enterprise D out of the box. And what I'm noticing right off the bat is that it's got a different box. And unfortunately guys, this doesn't come with a book. But checking out the packing slip, this is the Enterprise DSTSUK602-Z77. And that's the XL Enterprise D. You can see info at Master Replicas. Okay. So the model comes in bubble wrap. And one of the glaring things that I noticed right away is that the model doesn't have the fancy box. I was under the impression that it would have had, the XL version would have had the fancy box with the flip, with the magnets on it. Because that's what they showed. I'll put a picture up of the listing on the Master Replicas website, but that's what I was expecting, and I didn't get that. I just got the regular box. So let's go ahead and check it out. We got the U.S.S. Enterprise NCC-1701-D. It's got the tape. Let's see, let's look for a date. This is still officially an Eaglemoss product, and I'm trying to figure out what year this was released, because there's no date on here. Maybe at least not on this side. It just says collector's model not intended for play by children under 14. Alright, we got Star Trek. We got Star Trek Voyager, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek The Next Generation, and Star Trek Enterprise, all represented. Both ends of the box have Star Trek. Looking at the underneath, let's see if we'll get a date. We got StarTrek.com. This is the XL Issue 2 U.S.S. Enterprise NCC-1701-D, and this is from 2019. So this is Issue 2. This is the second issue of the Enterprise D. So we have the tape. Do I have my knife? Yes, I do. Alright. So let's go ahead and open this up. Alright. So it's got the styrofoam, if I can ever get it out. The styrofoam cover, and this is the it says D2, so this is confirming that this is the second release. And look at that. So let's check out the stand. We got the base first. Okay, U.S.S. Enterprise NCC-1701-D Special 1337-AE, and this is 2019 release. So we'll get it out of the packaging. So we have the base, and we have the goalpost kind of stand, the bracket, and it's pretty easy to assemble. All you do is you put it right in. There's the shape of a rectangle, and it goes right in just like that. So it's really, really simple, and that's everything. So besides the ship, that is. So let's take this lady out of the box. You can see, very nice. So I'm going to put her down for 1 minute, and we're going to take a look and just confirm that there's nothing else in the box. Yep, and that is everything in the box. And again, this is issue number 2, guys. So if you guys are wondering if this is the one that's been selling for ridiculous money on eBay, like in the 300s, that's not this one. That's the original release of the Enterprise D from Eaglemoss. So let's take a look. We'll look at the saucer section and put a little bit of light on her. You can see all the windows. She has Aztecing. Back the light off a little bit. I'm wondering if this is too bright. Okay, let's check that out. So you can see all the escape pods. They don't appear to be, I don't think they're painted. Let's take a look under the magnification. They're painted. It's like a light tan. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but it is a light tan. So the escape pods are all painted. And this makes me think of the Playmates version, where the top of the primary hull looked beautiful, and then you flip it over and there was nothing on the bottom. There was not even a phaser array. Anyway, that's another video. So check out where the bridge is. And you can see B and C decks. The registry markings. And you can see the transporter arrays, or the transporter emitters. We have the windows coming down towards 10 forward. Let's see, taking a look underneath, you can see the center where the captain's yacht is. And they have some windows and a couple of escape pods right below the registry numbers. And again, you can see the Aztecing. I love the Aztecing. And looking at the dorsal hull, see right there, the phaser, or transporter emitter. You can see the back where the battle section is, and this does not separate. And so the secondary hull in the nacelles are plastic, and the primary hull is metal. So looking over at the dorsal hull, what it looks like is that the Aztecing kind of got squished and never made it down to the bottom where the secondary hull meets. Let's see if it's the same thing on the other. Yeah, it's the same thing on the other side. So I don't know what happened in the paint process with this one, but it didn't make it all the way down. Looking at the secondary hull, you can see the phaser array. We have more transporter emitters. We've got the logo, the Starfleet Command insignia, the Delta logo. We've got more escape pods, and we've got the Aztecing that goes all the way to the back, to the phaser arrays in the back, all the way aft to the secondary hull. Checking out the deflector dish. Might be better now to light it with that. You can check it out. It's got the blue outline, and then it's kind of a gold color on the inside, or the interior of it, all the way through the middle. But the light will give you a little better view of where the Aztecing kind of left off. And right in the front, this would be where the photon torpedo launcher would be. And coming around to the top of the secondary hull, you can see the back with the impulse engines. And we have the hangar bays. Hangar bays 2 and 3 are on the back of the dorsal hull, as are some of the phaser arrays where the battle bridge is. The battle bridge is underneath, probably right underneath the arboretum, actually. And this is Shuttle Bay 1. That's on top. And of course we've got the impulse engines. And coming down, we've got the photon torpedo launcher. And we have the phaser arrays on the top and on the bottom at the aft section. And looking at the Bussard collectors and the nacelles, let's start with the port. I like the way the light kind of goes through them. Well, these are clear plastic. You can see the Bussard collector has that translucent effect. I like that. The blue as well. You can see where the screws are, though, to hold it together or snap it in place. You got the little navigation beacons on the top and on the bottom. And on the top, it's got the insignia, the Delta insignia, and it's got, the whole ship is covered in Aztecing, so they did a really nice job with the Aztecing. Going over to the starboard side, get that gold band that's around behind the Bussard collector. Going back to the navigation beacons, and again you can see the translucent plastic. So when it comes to the nacelles, I think they did a good job. The shape of the ship, nothing is really crooked or off. Well, if you want to get a micrometer, I guess slightly, but for the most part I think it looks really good. Looking over at the other side of the starboard side nacelle, and again that translucent plastic. See what it looks like without the light. Still looks nice. Gives that illusion of something lighting up or being translucent. And the styrofoam little bits get everywhere, and the static electricity makes them stick to everything. You can see NCC-1701. So if you want to put the ship into the base, what you're going to do is it's going to go this way, it's going to go in, and then what you're going to do is you've got to bring the primary hull back to these little goalpost things. It might be a little easier for me to do it like this. Okay, so when you put the ship into the base, it's important to note these little areas where the bottom of the sides of the secondary hull are going to go into, and those are going to fit in as well as the top going on to the back of the primary hull. So when you put it on, you're going to put the little goalpost things bring them up, and then what you want to do is, you see how the sides kind of get locked into place on the secondary hull, and when you do that and you just guide it through, you're going to see that the little holders are going to hold the ship perfectly in place, and what you get is the ship look like she's ascending during her voyage. So looking at the primary hull with the registry markings, again, I think they did a good job. It looks pretty good. The only issue on mine is the secondary hull and the dorsal hull or neck. You can see that the Aztecing just kind of got scrimped off or squished up and didn't make it all the way down. Let's go down to the see what I mean? Looking at the deflector dish, top of the primary hull, we got the bridge, B and C decks coming around. We've got the Shuttle Bay 1. You see the NCC-1701-D as we come down. Enterprise near the Arboretum. And we got Shuttle Bays 2 and 3. In the back of the dorsal hull. Coming down, we have the impulse engines. And going all the way aft, you can see the transporter emitters back to the phaser arrays. And we have the photon torpedo launchers. We have the nacelle pylons that fan out to the nacelles. They said, all in all, I think they did a good job with this model. The Aztecing looks really nice. You see if there's a difference with the light on. Maybe it'll show you the Aztecing a little bit better. Looking, like I said, we'll turn her around. And we'll show you her port side. U.S.S. Enterprise NCC-1701-D. All right, let's bring her around and we'll take a look at the starboard side. So all in all, like I said, I think she looks pretty good. Let me zoom back out. This is the second release under Master Replicas of the Eaglemoss U.S.S. Enterprise XL version of the NCC-1701-D. Yeah, my next video with this little model is what we're going to do is I'm going to actually do a side-by-side comparison of this one, the finished XL Enterprise D, right next to the gold XL Enterprise D. So that'll be a fun video. So if you guys want, look for that. Until then, my friends, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.